Yeah, I'm happy to be back and I'm up and running. Yeah, when we in Ableton today, man, and we are gonna be doing a track for my man Geno Lucc, artist from Florida, and we're working on our album. I'm just now getting back into it. Pardon my absence, y'all, and pardon my absence, Geno, but we about to get back into it, man. And today we gonna focus on trying to get some tribe type vibes, if you know what I'm saying. Um, we're gonna try to do like a Tribe Called Quest type beat. You know what I'm saying? And generally, one of the big things that really stick out to me with a Tribe Called Quest is definitely their Q-Tip's ability to select breaks, his ability to select like those open bass, the open bass, upright bass loops, and also to find the motif idea between the full composition where um you have the full instrumentation from chords to the upright bass and the actual drum break itself. And I actually have a sample that actually really is really good for that. And I think that I'm gonna go for definitely like a low end theory type vibe, but yeah. But I'm gonna show y'all what I mean real quick right here. So this is track lib right here, and this is a sample that I'm gonna be using for this, most definitely for this tribe type beat. But yeah, let's listen a little bit. Well, we can't listen to too much, but wait, that's not it actually. Let me find that sample. Where's it at? I think it's the abstract. Take it. Is it No, that's yesterday. Let's see. I believe it's this one right here. Let me see. I get this one. Yo, welcome to whoever's viewing in right now. I appreciate you being in here. So right now, we will be doing is I'm doing a tribe, uh, tribe called Quest type beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in that direction for the production for my man Geno Lucc and our project. It's a '90s hip hop influence project. And basically, what I was saying is that when you're looking at a tribe called Quest, you're paying attention to how Q-Tip is able to find all these jazz records with these open upright basses and these open drum breaks, and when in the full composition where you have the keys, you have your upright bass and the drums, there's a motif idea that's lying between that, and usually it's the bass in these records. And so what he's able to do, he's able to either find that bass loop, and then maybe he might get a drum break from a whole nother place, from a whole nother record, and then he'll get a layer of keys that he can put on top of it. And usually in terms of like how the actual sample will be looped, the melodic sample, in terms of like the keys, you can go from 6 bar loops, you can go 3 bar loops, you can go 4 to 8, because the thing is about hip hop, it's always an even number of bars. And think about this: 24 bars. So you got a regular 16 bar verse, and then you have an 8 bar chorus. So when you have a 6 bar loop, it's gonna hit 12, right? And then it's gonna loop back around and be 24. And so it's a perfect number. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can also do a 3 bar loop with your sample too if you wanted to. But then the thing that's going to keep it constant is that bass loop or the drum idea, which is going to stay at maybe those 4 bars consistently. That's one thing that I really pay attention to with a Tribe Called Quest, and like just their jazz sampling, I think is really cool. But we're going to get this in the DAW right now. We're going to start chopping it up. I'm using Serato Sample. Serato Sample is a really great plugin for you guys, especially. It's a pretty much, one sec. Excuse me. So with Serato Sample, it's able to time stretch and pitch separately from itself, but it also does the classic way of when you pitch up, it's going to speed up the sample, or when you pitch it down, it's going to slow it down. And so we're going to get this in Serato Sample real quick. And since I'm going with for like a low end theory type vibe, I'm going to be going like 91. I'm going to go 91 BPM, even though a lot of tribe stuff is registered in, like, I would say their ground point is like damn near that 94 to 96 range is a really good staple, but also the lower 90s, and I would even say 89 BPM. I would say in general 89 BPM to 96 BPM is perfect for a Tribe Called Quest type beat. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull up these other cameras so y'all can see the gear real quick. Make sure that's up and running. Let me get this, and so y'all can see the MIDI controllers. Let me get this up and running for you guys. Pardon me. Come on now, don't start acting up. Actually, I'll just use this one then for the camera. Alright, so yeah. So these are my samplers, the off-board processors that I'm going to be using to pretty much shape the sound. But we're probably not going to get into that like this stream. But I definitely want to just show you guys at least like how to chop this up. So let me switch these cameras over so y'all can see the MIDI controllers real quick. So this is the Ableton Push, which I'm operating off of right here. This is my main MIDI controller in the bottom left corner. But we're gonna start going on. Let's listen to this real quick. And see, now when you listen to that record, it's just like I said, the motif in this record is that bass. That bass is constant in this record. So it's actually going to be very easy for you to chop this up. Now, the perfect thing about this record, it has the bass, the drums, and the sample full melodic composition together in one. So this is ideal for what I would say, if you want to just be chopping one record and getting you a tribe type vibe, this is perfect. So what I'm about to show you right now is a technique. Some might call it micro chopping. It's a technique that Jay Dilla, and I would even say even before Dilla, let me say Q-Tip. I believe Q-Tip was really great at this too. And so now what we're gonna do is, since the motif of that bass is constant throughout the whole sample, we're gonna get a kick from the side where we got all bass and we got the drum break. Then we're gonna get a kick to where we have the melodic sample and a drum break, and we're gonna get a snare where we have a melodic sample, the melodic sample behind the snare. And that's how you're gonna build your chops. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna rearrange it and build the motif, but we're gonna keep that same constant motif, which is the bass, to keep this going. And don't worry, you're gonna see how it works out. This is a very dope method of chopping. Like, so I'm happy to just be able to show y'all this. So let me go ahead and get these chops going for y'all real quick. I'm gonna get the very first snare with just the bass and the snare with an empty bass. Actually, I want that snare. Let me get that. Hold on. My MIDI controller is not connected. Having some technical difficulties. Hold on real quick. Actually, I'm gonna just chop with the chop my keys. I actually got to arm the track. That's why. Rookie. All right, we're back now. All right, I just had to arm the track. So now that the track is armed, we're gonna get to chopping on this. Now, one thing I want you to pay attention to, when you get that snare and that kick, pay attention to what follows it, because the thing is, when you're chopping is, after you create your 4-bar loop, at the end of it, you want to have a wraparound. You want to have something that is like a transition into the loop to restart. And the thing is, when you have a 4-bar loop and you follow that with another 4-bar loop, if you create a wrap around that snare or that last kick area of the full 8-bar loop, that's how you can get your full sequence for your sample. But let's go ahead and get it. So I got this snare, and I want that because that that follows it, and we want the bass right here. Now that's the motif of this track. That's the focus of what we're focusing around chopping. And when we rearrange it, we want to be able to replay that, but sequence with so many different chops around the full record itself. But it's gonna take a second. Just give me a quick sec though. First, I'm gonna get just the bass motif with the kick and the snare. And that's the wraparound for the motif right here on the kick, on the snare right here. There go another one. And that's another wrap around right here. And as you can hear right there, those are two wraparounds right there that you can have to go back to the beginning of the sequence. So just listen to this. So you see what I mean? It's that simple. With it, that's the. I'm sorry. I love doing this, but man, I can't wait. I got a lot that I'm gonna be exposing y'all to throughout this. But yeah, so like I said, those are two wraparounds right there for your snare. And so all I would even really have to do now at this point, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get more of the excuse me. So this is pretty much a 2 to 4 bar loop with that bass motif in the natural record that's going throughout the whole record. So now what I'm about to do, I need to get some melodic content around my kick and snare that I can have in between the sequence that I'm going to re-sequence and create. So let's get to it. And that's going to be another good way. That's a nice drum feel that I can have that also can come around and be a wraparound when I re-loop it. first we're gonna find some more melodic content. And you see, there goes the bass by itself. It's the bass by itself, and it's the same motif idea. And the thing is, the reason why this motif idea is so basically with a motif. So before we go even further, a motif is a small melodic idea that is repeating, and you will see this throughout a lot of genres, where there is going to be a certain idea that's going to be repeating. In funk, the bass, you might hear that ba-doom, 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 boom, ba-doom, and it goes back to ba-doom, and ba-doom, and it's that one repeating idea, and it can be from the bass, it could be from a guitar, it might be a melody, it's wherever it is, but there is a constant melodic idea that's going to be happening throughout the sequences of these records that you need to pay attention to. And you saw when the snares that I have, they all are focused on the same melodic idea, but it might have a different variation. And with those different variations, that's how you're able to create these wraparounds. And it's mainly important around that last snare that's going to be landing on your fourth bar. Because if you're just going to do the motif chopping idea in a 4-bar sequence when you resequence it. But you're going to see that a little later. I'm just talking a little here, but I just really want you to understand. Understand what I'm doing, but I have to kind of stop and talk about it, before I just do it. I don't want to just flow through this and you just be completely lost. But hey, if you enjoy what's going on, man, like, comment, subscribe, share with your peeps, and I'm gonna keep on doing my thing. Let's go. Let's do it. That's another wraparound right there. So but that's just coming from the kick. Let me keep on chopping this up. I like that snare right there. another thing. So what I want you to pay attention to right there too is the one of the most important um sections that Q-Tip actually chopped is on the snare. If you paying attention right now, man, you will see trailing from that snare, wherever you might want it to be. That's what, and having that melodic content following afterwards, it creates the best way. It creates it possible so you can re-loop pretty much around that motif idea. And now, what another thing that was prevalent in these records is, like I said, since we have these different variations around, but centered around this one bass motif, you can have it to where, okay, I'm gonna start with chopping with just I just want the drum break to go by itself, but in between you want to have some melodic content falling in between. So in the records there was plenty of times where you wouldn't even hear the melodic content, you would just hear the bass and the actual drums going themselves, you know what I'm saying? So let me see where the chops are. You know, just something like that. You could, and they would just rap over that right there. You know what I'm saying? But what we're about to do right now is we're about to start laying out our idea. But let me see if I can get just a few more melodic chops, and we gonna get down to laying down our. First, let me usually see usually I would be one to like really sit here and like play it out myself. That's another one way that I usually do it. But another way that I really like to do is especially since Serato lines it up, I'll actually just draw it out. You know what I mean? That's another thing that I do. But first, I'm gonna play with the chops a little bit and see what type of sequence I want to build first. I actually gotta move this up. So, and another thing, if you pay attention, since, like I said, since that motif is just ever repeating, you only need two chops to even replay back that motif, because it's just repeating. Look at this one chop right here. Mm-hmm. That's all the motif is right there. Now, what you want to do is you want to repeat that, but use those different elements, those different chops that have that repeating sequence, and has the melodic content behind it, supporting it, and you build from there. So that's what we're about to do now. So we're definitely gonna start with this kick already. So we're gonna lay down first the actual. So first we're gonna just lay it down with just the bass and the drums. Get this metronome on real quick. Just get that down. That's the original idea right there. And from here, I would literally just move around the chops and you know, find my sequence the way I like it. But first, we're gonna extend this out to 4 bars. And now from here, you can just alternate through your chops and see where. So this is the repeat motif right here that we're gonna follow, actually. So I have it. This is the basic motif, and as I create another sequence, you know, down Ableton, we're gonna just have it. We're gonna have a new sequence, but it's gonna be variating, but it's gonna be solely built off this motif right here, which is the 4-bar loop. So let me play that. Oh, that snare's a little early. Fix that. And now let's start changing it up a little bit. So this snare right. Let's see where is snare. Where's that snare at? See, so I like this one right here. So what I want to do is I want to kind of find a way to repeat that. Let me see. So I actually need to get the kick before this. Actually, let me see. That's the kick right there. That's what I need. So where's it at? I kind of like that idea right there. Actually, shoot. I'm actually pressed for time, guys. But actually, before I go, so this is not the first time I actually chopped up this record. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually go back to. I'm gonna go to one of my other sessions real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys how I chopped it up sometime before, and you can hear how I did it. One sec. All right, and we're back. One sec. So right here, this is how I actually chopped it up sometime before. All right, back. And this is how I did it sometime before, and I'm just want you to hear how this sounds real quick. Actually, filter. You got to take that filter off real quick. Where is that? All right, so this is, yeah, that's how I originally did it. Just so you guys can hear it. All right, so just so you guys can understand these chops, let me go back here because I wanted to try to redo it, but it wasn't working out. So let's just see how these are actually sequenced. So actually, so now for this actual motif, if you see the MIDI right here, these are actually just 3 chops that I actually use. So it's a kick and a snare, and it's still following the same melodic idea, but I definitely went for a spot where it was definitely more of the melody in the background. it's literally just these two chops right here. So. And that snare is literally playing the same melodic idea that's trailing, but it's repeating so it can as that you see, you hear the bass goes but doom 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 doom, but the doom before the last doom doom is getting repeated on that snare, and since it's the same motif melodic idea, it just trails. And pardon me if I'm lagging a little bit, because I can kind of hear it a little bit in the video, but I'm hoping y'all learned something from this. I wish I could have repeated this like from what I did earlier, but basically, like I was saying earlier, these type of tracks, it's you have to focus on what your motif is. Now on the motif, like I said, it's the bass in this track. And see, we just got another new viewer. How you doing, man? Welcome. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Thank you for coming in and supporting. Right now, I'm just explaining like just this Tribe Called Quest type beat that I built out, and basically, like I was saying earlier. So what you can focus on for these records is focusing on finding the motif. Now, in this record, it's the bass, and that's what it is for a lot of Tribe Called Quest type beats that they would have. Well, I'm not even gonna say type beats, but what they had from a Tribe Called Quest, they would have a repeating motif, which is the bass right here. Let me find it real quick so you can hear it. Not there. Hold on. What is that? Right here. Yeah, but I'm gonna get ready to close this thing out. Yeah, I just wanted to, hop on here and do a little something, man. Provide a little bit of content. Hopefully in the future, man, I'm just trying to get better at this. I'm still fresh at this, and I just want to come out here and provide some value where I can, man. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. And in the future, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna definitely be structuring things a lot better, and I'm gonna be definitely trying to build out courses and build out like slides and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tutorials and all types. What's up, Lee? How you doing? So Lee, basically what I'm doing right now, I'm just explaining how to kind of make a Tribe Called Quest type beat. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but like I was saying, I'm gonna be providing tutorials for you guys and all types of things behind the scenes on how I do production. But before I go, I'm just explaining. I'm not actually I just stay on. What I was explaining earlier, Lee, is that for these Tribe Called Quest type beats, what you want is you really want to focus on the upright bass. The upright bass is going to have a consistent melodic idea that's going to be flowing throughout the track, and it's going to be repeating. It's called the motif. It's just a small repeating musical idea, and so you're going to hear the bass repeating throughout the whole record, from where you have the full composition or you just have the drums. And this one has like the drums by itself, and it has the melodic content. I'll just play a little bit for you real quick. Those are the drums, but the motif of the bass is right there. Boom, 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 boom. That's the motif. And so basically, when you're chopping and you hear this motif, you want to basically chop it in a way to where you can resequence that motif, but with a different melodic idea behind it. And at least that's how I did it. And I'm gonna play for you how I did it. I just two chops. So that motif is repeating throughout the record. That it's repeating 3 times. And so you can grab the same snare where that's repeating, and you can play that snare back several times, and then just let the sequence run out, and it'll naturally play the motif itself. So you don't even need that many chops. So let me just play this for you real quick. And if you look at the chops, really, I just wanted to just expose that piece, especially about jazz records. Some of these jazz records, funk records, a lot of them have these repeating ideas. And the thing is, what you want to do is you want to grab this kick, well, grab this. Well, usually the drums are where we're placing the chops, and at least for me, I learned that from Dilla. I learned, especially with his chopping techniques, his micro chopping. You grab several snares and kicks, and around them you're gonna have a repeating phrase that's gonna be consistent throughout them, or it's gonna be a little bit different, and you're just rearranging. That's basically all chopping is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Lee, if you got a question or anything, you know what I'm saying, about what I'm talking about, feel free to just put it in the chat, bro. I appreciate you being here. And our second view, whoever's in here, I appreciate y'all being here. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, I'm trying to collect myself and really get into getting some content out and providing y'all some value. But this was just mainly something that I wanted to really to expose for you guys to look when you're listening to records and you're digging. You want to really focus in and find, like, hey, what in this composition is repeating, or what is like the most important, like, eye-catching part in this song, whether it be a loop, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, whether it be the loop, or whether it be the motif of the song. But for this, it's the motif. You like, look, I'll just naturally play and y'all hear all that's going on around that. A lot of people would be scared and they wouldn't even know where the fuck to chop. So the thing is, like I said, focus on that bass. The bass is the part that you need to focus on in this record. And you chop from the kick and the snare. That's all it is. And you make sure you resequence it to where you can clearly hear that motif expressed like it was natural, but it's a whole new sequence of your own. And you don't have to use as much as everybody else. Bro, you can just do it in 2 chops. That's what this is. This is literally 2 chops. Look at this. Man, look at this. It's simple, man. It's that simple. But the thing is, people don't know what they need to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? And people overthink it. Now, if I truly wanted to go in on this, I could be, you know what I'm saying, I could take all time. I would lay down the sequence, kick, snare, but you pay attention to the sequence. My chops is literally just going in like a 2-bar loop, bro. Like, it's that easy. But it's just, people don't know the theory behind it. But if you over here, I'm going to teach you. You're going to learn it, man, for real. So I want to expose another thing to y'all real quick. Another dope chopping technique. And you heard, like I was saying, in regards to loops. Now, here's another thing y'all need to look out for. Just give me a quick sec. I'm going to open up another session. I'm going to go mute for a quick sec, but we're going to be right back, and you're going to hear another dope tip I got for y'all. Can y'all hear? Oh, I'm back up now. Can y'all hear me? Actually, it's taking a second. Oh, I'm back up now. Hold on, this thing is taking a second. But I'm gonna show y'all just what y'all can do with a 4-bar loop. Now I'm gonna show y'all just what y'all can do with a 4-bar loop, man. This sound lagging. One sec, y'all. Excuse me. Sorry about that. One sec, y'all. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, where's restream? Alright, where's restream? Alright, sorry about that. Alright, sorry about that. Hold up. We gotta mute that. Alright, we're back. Alright, now, let me know if y'all still here. Excuse me. Oh, this lag, man. All these plugins. Gotta turn these off. Alright, so now, what I'm about to show you now is that with 4-bar loops, the best thing you can do, man, rock that thing out. But the thing is, when you're chopping records, the problem is that a lot of guys run into the problem of not being able to separate the drums and just all the melodic elements around the record. But with tools like RX and Regroover, we ain't got them problems over here. You know what I'm saying? So with RX, I'm actually able to separate the full composition and break it into where I have I have my sample, I have my drums, I have my bass separated, and it's just gonna play the sequence itself. And we smoke. Hold on, wait a minute. Nope. Turn that off. And we smoke it. So this is my song, Summer Serenade, that I'm gonna be releasing for you guys soon. But I'm just playing the instrumental. Excuse me. So this is literally just a 4-bar loop. That's all it is, y'all. But the thing is, what I used was a technique by Dilla, and it's just filter. You just filter. You filter the verse section. So on the verse section, you're gonna hear the top end of the sample filtered off, but in the chorus section, it's not gonna be filtered. But I'm gonna just play play the vocal too. But I want y'all to pay attention to the melodic content.
This right here's a serenade for the summer break. I got a chick, you know she fine, hella melanated, and we smoky about to get hella elevated on the summer day, summer serenade. On a summer day,
This is
I got a lady that I'm gonna
chorus.
take on a lovely day. But first we getting elevated on a summer day, summer serenade.
Here comes the verse.
On a summer day, roll out some dresses, contestants, step up if you wanna play.
All right. Now, what I want y'all to pay attention to, the verse section is filtered off a little bit.
Serenade on the summer.
All right, so right there. This is unfiltered. Now listen to the melodic content. You hear it? You hear how it's filtered off? The reason why we do that is because you're adding a layer on top of that, following the chorus section. The chorus section is where you're gonna leave it with just the full melodic content. When you go into the verse section, filter it all, and you fine. You just need a 4-bar loop, bro. This is a 2-bar loop. I'm gonna show you right now. This is a 2-bar loop song, and that's the funny thing. A lot of these techniques that people don't gonna teach y'all, they don't tell y'all how simple this shit is, and it's sad. It really is. I'm being honest. But I'm gonna expose everything to y'all. What's up, Dad? How you doing? I'm just sharing the game. Oh, you said my mic is low? One sec. That better? How's that? Microphone checking 1 2. We good? All right. So, like I was saying, this is literally just a 4-bar loop. So, like I said, in the verse section, you're gonna filter off all the melodic content, but in the chorus section, you're gonna keep it in there, and that's how you can just rock out with a 4-bar loop. You do not need to have anything more than a 4-bar loop, especially when you're doing like 90s hip hop. I mean, you can create variations, but yeah. You said my mic sound what? My mic sound. Oh, you said my mic sound nice? Appreciate it. It was worth the money. But yeah, so let me go back to it real quick, and I want y'all to listen to this one more time. So, like I said, you do not need anything more than a 4-bar loop at all. I don't care what anybody say. It's for real, right? I'm gonna go back.
Elevated.
This is
on
the verse.
Summer day, summer serenade. On a summer day.
Well, this is the chord.
That I'm gonna take.
But listen to the melodic content, like I said.
But first we getting elevated. On a summer day, summer serenade. On a summer day, roll out some.
See, it's just filter off. That's all it is.
Summer.
But yeah, so like I said, actually, if you go back and you look at this, you can see I exposed two solid techniques for you guys. So actually, let me show you the sequencer. You said I'm jamming. Man, I'm just chilling. I'm just exposing some techniques right now, for real. I was trying to chop something up, but I had already had it chopped up. I should have just exposed the technique itself and got out of that here. But my message lacking a little bit, man. At least my mic is. I got to turn off some of these plugins. Get rid of these, man. They just creating problems. Take that off. You said awesome. Appreciate you, Dad. So let me see. What else can I show you real quick? Cause right now, I mean, I'm not the best at just on the spot making stuff, but I've been recording it like you said, Dad, and I'm just about to be exposing like some of the things I do, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of the techniques and even some of the techniques that some of the greats use. But I'm gonna show you this 4 bar. You said sundresses, summer dresses. Yeah, it's a summer serenade. It's a Nappy Soul Summer Serenade, Dad. That's what it is. Man, I'm excited to have y'all in here. Me just being live. I appreciate y'all being here, man. But yeah, let me show you y'all this real quick. Um, and another thing, y'all gonna be able to learn all this in the podcast I'm gonna be launching and stuff. Y'all gonna be able to see everything. I'm excited for y'all to really like be exposed to that, man. So this is literally just a 4 bar loop. Let me just go to it real quick. And so this is actually it's a 2 bar loop. So I'm just starting on the one of this 2 bar loop, and it's just sequenced in 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it just keeps going. Me too. You said, me too. I'm so proud. I need to jump. PN. What? Jump on. Oh, jump on. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. But I think that's it for today. I got to get ready. You said a hook? Oh, you said a jump on a. Oh, most definitely. Dad, we need to do a sample pack. We need to do like a gospel sample pack. I can do chords. We both do vocals, and we sell that. That would be fire. That would be fire. I feel like anybody would buy that sample pack. Me, you, Boo. Yeah, we can give it Nate and Boo, and we all hopped on creating a gospel sample pack together. That would be cool. Or just tracks, but still, man. Yeah. But I'm gonna get ready to hop off, Dad. I gotta get ready to hit the road dashing. I love you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody that showed up. Thank y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. So the track before this that I showed y'all with the tribe vibes and how I tried to redo it. But I'm gonna get that out to Geno. I'm gonna see what he think about that. Hopefully, we'll see what he think about that. And yeah, your mom gonna be jealous because you was live with me right now. Yeah, she is. She gonna be jealous. Hey, Mom. All right, let me go in there and get off of here, man. I gotta get ready to go hit this road, make this money, and you already know we gonna be doing this more often. Straight up. I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate y'all showing love. It's the Nappy Soul Summer Serenade. It's the let me play the song. Let me play it real quick. No, I can't. I don't want to play it all on YouTube, but it's gonna be out soon. I promise you that. I appreciate y'all for showing love. Peace, love, and light to you. It's Jay Lamont and Nappy Soul Productionz. Please like, comment, and